أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم الحمد لله رب العالمين. Dear brothers and sisters, we want to begin by giving you the greetings of peace, the greetings of paradise of Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And as we mentioned earlier, you know, the blessed month of Ramadan is a month in which the Quran was revealed. And during the month, the revelation came down and the Prophet ﷺ was given various verses of the Quran to start his mission. And when that mission was complete, the entire Quran had been revealed through the series of years of 23 years on the mission. Now, this mission, which covered 13 years of Mecca and 10 in Medina, 84 chapters of the Quran were revealed during the course of that 13-year span, and there were 30 chapters revealed during the 10-year period. Both periods represent a certain part in the mission. One period represented the Tawheed aspect, the aspect concerning our beliefs. The other period, and that was a Meccan period. The Madani period represented the law, community building, and so on and so forth, the laws on finance, the Had law, and the boundaries that were set by the Quran, which is the Sharia in and of itself. But this period was called the Madani period, the Medinan period. And these periods were distinct periods. These periods represented different calls in the mission. In Mecca, they had no helpers. They were just people who were natives of Mecca who were not being treated well. In Medina, they had some people already set up that had the resources, so they housed the Prophet and the companions. That's why they're called the Ansar. But the Muhajir, who were the Meccans, were known as the Muhajir, were those who migrated to Medina. In Medina, they got the first notion that it was obligatory for us to fast in the month of Ramadan. In Medina, we got the guidance with regards to the 5 prayers and the zakat and all of those other rules governing the faith, so that we can subsequently practice it properly throughout our Islamic life. Fasting during the month of Ramadan was instituted as a tool to aid us to become better when we fall behind, aid us to become better when we're just doing the bare minimum, to increase us in our application of the guidance, to increase us in our ability to serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on a higher level, so that we're continuously growing, we'll never become stagnant. So Ramadan was used as a period, a refresher period, a reset, if you will. And so today, Ramadan should represent those same principles, those same initiatives should come. We should come out of the month of Ramadan so fired up, so fired up, if you will, right? Waiting for the return of Shaitan so we can keep him on a diet. Because this is what you're preparing for. You're preparing for when Ramadan is over, Shaitan comes back. And when he comes back on a vengeance. He comes back on a mission. He comes back trying to tear up everything that you may have acquired. Your job when Ramadan is over, dear brothers and sisters, is to keep Shaitan on a diet. Your job is to keep him on a diet. Your job, dear brothers and sisters, is not to let him continue doing his thing when you know about him now and you have enough to fight him off. So don't let the Shaitan get fat off of you, dear brothers and sisters. Keep him on a diet. May Allah help us. To that we say Ameen. And so the month of Ramadan was there as a means to get us back on track. Don't let this month of Ramadan go away from you and you didn't get what you were supposed to get. And that's Allah's forgiveness, his grace, and his protection. Don't let the month of Ramadan leave us and we haven't gotten to what Allah intended for us. May Allah help us. To that we say Ameen. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum.